Hello, hello, and welcome back to Minotaur Hotel. I've already forgotten what we were doing. It's okay, though. The valley's shadow crawls up the hotel's entrance. They extend from the hills and cliffs far away, far ahead, and from the shrubs and trees further down the slope. I think I'm gonna move my mic just a bit. Sorry about that. They mingle and mix together into the labyrinth of shadows, creeping and growing its way to your feet. If you could ride these tendrils of darkness, follow a branch's shadow to that of the jutting rocks beside it, then hop to the great cliff's imposing shadow, you would find they are all connected. The labyrinth is in the crawling shadows. In the shaking riverbeds, in the vast network of cracked earth extending well into the horizon. And beneath it all, there is a stirring, something awakening, drawn to your existence, the existence of its master. When you stop and plant your feet on the ground, it is easier to notice a dull hum which comes and goes, grave and slow. Then a crack. A dry branch breaks, followed by a gray mass shifting beneath the brush. Argos reveals himself. You're a bit late. I am sorry, my lord. You see, I am just doing my rounds, attending to my beautiful gardens. But I am here, after all. It's getting late, so how about we waste no time and get right down to business? I am watching, you know. I followed your expedition on its way to the plateau. I had to make sure it arrived safe and sound, you see. And I saw it with my own eyes. What a beautiful sacrifice to Zeus. Such pious a disposition in this day and age. The king of gods surely will be invigorated by your offering. Ah, what mighty lightning he shall command. Mankind will hear this booming voice once more. Is it his? His, not this. Okay. Well, I am a snake of my word. Here is the wine, the healing kind, of course. In the blink of an eye, it shall patch up the heifer's wounds. The snake hands you the bottle of wine. You obtained a bottle of wine. Thank you, Argos. You may be a treacherous snake, but you have integrity, I suppose. Ah, what a string of compliments. I am glad the master appreciates this humble servant. As much as it enlivens my spirit to hear your honeyed words. However, I take it you have duties to attend to. Do you not? Go, my lord, and pay attention to the valley, to its sounds. I will call you again with my flute when the time comes. He's nice. There was something in Clement's eyes, Clement's, okay, flickering spark. I caught sight of it years before he became the master. I've seen it too often over the centuries, ever since Joseph first washed down the rivers in the valley. Such a human thing, that flame. It was glory. It seeks to burn ever brighter, so that eyes shall lay upon its light. And to the end, it will play the role of good Samaritan. It will dress itself in the fine fabric of nobility, color its digits with polished rings and sparkling gemstones, walk with that broad shoulders and wide-stepped gait. They, The masters of old would extend a hand overflowing with wealth. All the richness which for them came at the hum of a song, and grin at how mighty the masses considered them to be. All eyes are all eyes on the visage, all the guests and souls in this land, all brimming with love and respect. That's what Clement wanted, and for that he played the same game Jean did. But there was a difference. Not all men are cut from the same cloth. Those flames burning in their chest, they could not be more different. Jean had a vision. He had seen pain. It had crawled up into his chest, carved a hollow in his heart, and curled inside it. When it looks at the guests, lacking limbs and glassy-eyed from the old war, his face scrunched just as his heart skipped a beat. It never stopped singing, not as long as he was here, not until his heart stopped beating. I know it, as surely as I know myself. Clement wanted adoration. Jean had a vision. Were there no eyes in this world, the good master would have done it all the same, knowing well that falling in obscurity with no issue at all. Old friend, who is this master who now reigns over us? I wonder. What flame lurks inside his chest? What is the catch? Why would a master, free from whatever shackles can bind a mortal, ever look down to us and consider us worthy of his effort? He knows now how to rain diamonds from the palm of his hand. Food and shelter will never be an issue to him ever again, and company will be plentiful as the guests that flock to express their gratitude. Does he appreciate the arts? If so, his favored artists may come and produce from him to his heart's content. The sciences? Bring him academics, teach them how to generate all the materials they desire, and whatever mysteries eat away at him will be broken into pieces. Money, the easiest of them all, but one can wonder what money is good for when this realm has no scarcity. Anything he can describe can be created by humming a song. What is this master? What man is he? Why does he look at me like that? Why did he work to get me the wine? What is the catch? Why does he look at me like that? Does he not see what I am? That he can do what he pleases with me? Or ignore my existence altogether, as he enjoys all the earthly pleasures this land offers him? Perhaps he hasn't realized yet. Surely he will, in due time, and then it will be like the previous masters, when they too understood that I could be thrown aside. 60 years slinking away in the shadows, pretending I didn't exist, trying to not bother them, doing my best to make them all forget I exist. Whatever good that can be from one such as I, a greater misfortune follows. It won't be long now before he realizes what I am. That I am a dumb beast, that I will not be good enough to entertain him for long. All I can ask for is that he lets me be. But why does he look at me like that? Why does he promise not to send me out to the valley? A promise which cannot be enforced, and yet kept nonetheless. Why did he, in front of the guests, call me his business partner? By the 12, to even give such credit to a slave. Why did he touch me? Why does he have this, why does he waste his time entertaining me? What is his goal by having a meal with me? The way he looks at me. By the gods, it feels like he is taking care of me more than I serve him. When he held my hand. There must be a catch. But the way he looks at me, am I at least allowed to? It's barely been over a week since you crossed the desert, glimpsed the valley below, and opened all the doors inside this hotel. Since the night when you and Asterion sat before the hearth, so much has changed. The hotel stands restored. Its once silent hallways are now peppered with footsteps and voiced guests. And the Minotaur that broken down figure in the back of the cold room, as sure as the sun rises in the east and sets in the west, he too did change. Over the ages, masters came who saw virtue in serving the gods. After all, what could be more rightful than reenacting these old rites? And yet, so did masters arrive who saw fit to discard those old trappings and delve deep into something human, and all the more unholy for it. To release a prisoner from his rightful sentence, to corrupt a holy realm, to fulfill this the whims of fickle humans, to spawn diamonds from one's hands, to house unclean and ill wretches, to divert the land's resources towards their own goals. What strange follies these humans do. Such gods may think. Some Prometheus or another offers them fire, a fitting gift to burn fatty hecatombs, and it is used instead to warm one another's feet. What with this new master climbing up the grand staircase? Does this do with climbing up the grand staircase do with his mandate? Yeah. When he looks at the prisoner and reveals his true self, does he despise the judgment of humans beneath his feet, or does he fear the gods wherever they may be? He does dream of standing up to the legacy of the old hero, Theseus, or will he content himself with being decent and no more special than his peers? Will his legs not tire of stepping two at a time and making good of strange dealings? Will his steps be accompanied three stairs to a step by another? Whatever his choice may be, none may cast judgment, for the Lord holds all the power in this realm, and the gods themselves are nowhere to be seen. No checks and balances, no fear of reprisal, just the stone-made footsteps of contracts and curses. Footprints, not steps, footprints, okay. Perhaps these too can be bent. Except, perhaps, for that lone watchman down below. The keeper of divine will... what sharp eyes he has. As for us, fret not. We shall not judge you. There is no trial. A man such as yourself holds no regrets in how you carry your, affairs. Now, let us not waste any more of the monarch's precious time. Before you lies the door, and beyond it the prisoners awaits his carpentor. You finish your ascent and open the door, and there he is, sitting at the living room table while cradling his lyre. We got the wine! Oh, he shrink. Upon your entrance, the Minotaur recoils as if hit in the stomach. A held breath is punched out of him. It takes him a moment to even look to one side and see you there, and another to see the wine, the dark shape in your hand, holding it, looking as odd, swirling and sloshing. The Minotaur opens his mouth to speak and lingers, silent. He shudders. Chills run up his spine and all the way to the back of his head. Then it assaults him again, that terrible sensation, as if hummingbirds were pecking at the back of his head. It seems as if he was about to speak, but with all the turbulence, he just takes a breath instead. Are you okay? He exhales a little harder. His nostrils flare into a snort. Yes, master, I am fine. I am just a little shocked, even now. The Minotaur has stood up. You take the bottle in his direction. You shake the bottle in his direction. Well, don't look at me like a deer in the headlights. Get over here. The Minotaur breathes. Breathing is short and agitated, as if he was arresting from a sprint. His eyes betrayed some kind of daze. A deer? Me? Upon hearing your words, he reaches up and caresses his horns, checking if they had become antlers, and stands at the command. He approaches, arms sticking straight down at his sides, as if he didn't know what to do with them. Perhaps he expected more aplomb? There's my phone. Aplomb. What is... Aplomb? No, aplomb. Definition.
Aplomb.
Oh, just aplomb? Okay. Self-confident or assurance, especially when in a demanding situation. Okay. We'll remove all those notifications. More aplomb, more rite, ritual, more ritual. Okay. To be handed the bottle like this, as a friend would deliver a parcel, makes his movement tentative. Asterion extends his hands and gingerly takes it. His grip is so gentle that the surface of the bottle glides across his hand. Just a moment of distraction would be enough to make it slip. His thumb brushes some tarnish from the neck as he watches the sediment shift with each movement. He aligns it with a lump and looks through the glass as if at a wide dark sea. His eyebrows are pursed. His gaze is implacable. His tail droops straight down and goes immobile. He stands like a statue when he should be jumping for joy. Is this the real deal? Is it not the right wine? So help me God if that snake screwed with us like this.
No, this is it. It's just...
The Minotaur's ears flick as he trails off into his thoughts. He uncorks the bottle with delicate care and raises it to his nose. He inhales. Excuse me. Then his shoulders collapse as he sets it on the table.
Argos did lie. However, excuse me, master. Perhaps I rose too quickly. I need to sit down.
He looks from the bottle to you, to the window, to the lyre, back to the bottle. Excuse me. His eyes are wide open. His nostrils flare with each short breath. He tries to look back to you, but something has changed. His eyes look dulled, as if he is lost in thought. And what can I do to repay this? His kindness will cease if I do not repay him. And could he go so far How could he go so far out of his way to undertake this? He cannot possibly mean anything but to further some kind of use. What am I getting into? What am I getting into here? Wait, what am I getting into here? Okay. There must be a catch. There always is. Just like what happened with... Yes. One can't liberate another without taking shackles of their own. So why would he do this? What does he want from me? Am I indebted now? Beyond being a slave, I now have yet another leash on my neck. It would have been better had he never gone through the trouble. Why even balk and chatter in your head like this? It doesn't matter what you think. He gave you something, so you need to take it. Stop dawdling. Don't tense up. Is it the polite thing to do? He gave you something, so take it. For nearly a minute now, the Minotaur has been silent, unmoving except for twitching ears and furrowing brows. Asterion, are you sure there's nothing wrong?
Thank you.
He stands up while speaking, but stops. He takes another step forward, but does not meet your eyes.
I apologize for speaking over you, Master, but... Thank you.
He raises his arms halfway to his chest. It is not quite a shrug.
Thank you, just...
Hey, listen, it's fine, okay? You seem to be, you seem to be a little overwhelmed today. I understand that. I was just, talking with Argos, after all, and I know they can, I know that, can get to you. This has been such a busy week, aside from the entire, valley situation. So, don't worry about it, okay? Everything is fine. Now, how about you have a drink? Let's go step by step. Do you want a glass?
No, it's fine. I can drink from the bottle.
Okay, so now, have a drink. The Minotaur nods. He squares his shoulders and breathes out, in what one can assume is relief.
As you wish, sir. Thank you.
He takes the bottle and he brings it to his mouth. He looks at you again to make sure it's okay. You make your own almost shrug in response. So he drinks. It begins with a paused gulp to appreciate the wine's flavor, to breathe in and out before getting to it. His nostrils flare in a retort as the wine, enjoyable as it may be, burns his throat. The Minotaur closes his eyes and throws his head back. His Adam's apple bobs with each mouthful, and the bottle bubbles as its contents are emptied around the imperfect seal of Asterion's lips. All the while, nothing happens. He remains exactly the same, an ear still without fur and an eye. The hotel shudders, the floor beneath you quake, and you hear it again, the groaning sound of the obsidian as at the bedrock rumble against itself. It almost sounds like a faraway yell. The table groans as Asterion bangs the empty wine bottle against it. His tail flicks over floor. His eyes are shut tight. His left eye has closed for the first time in a long time, and he seems to be concentrating on it. Whoa. Big. Oh, wow. How do you feel?
I feel fine. A tad tipsy. It is quite unsettling, having two eyes again for after so long. But in a good way.
The Minotaur shakes himself like a dog would when trying to dry itself. His ears and tail flop around.
I feel heavy. It's been so long since I've been like this. I hope This is how I used to look, more or less. I hope you aren't.
No, don't worry about a thing, Asterion. Everything's fine, and in fact, you look great.
Oh, thank you.
But maybe we should get going. Don't you have the concert?
By the 12!
You look at the, what remains of the shirt you made for Asterion, lying on the ground and torn to shreds.
I'm very sorry, Master. This is why I prefer togas. My neck doesn't get along with tight collars.
Well, don't worry about it. We can mend it later. Right now, you should be getting ready for your show.
Yes, I should.
He flicks, his ears flick as if to shake off forgetfulness. The Minotaur moves about the room to straighten himself up, gathering his lyre, and make sure of the tuning of the strings. As he gets involved with his lyre, you listen to him muttering, and here and there you snatch a word or two.
Get yourself lost in wine. I got yourself lost in wine.
Okay.
Alcaeus said, and it's true.
Words. Between the few words you comprehend, there are streaks of hums, trying to hit the lyre's notes. When he gets back to being ready to leave, a lyre in hand, his face contorts into surprise to see that you're still here.
Ah, Master, I thought, thank you again.
What were you saying back there, if you don't mind me asking? Yeah.
It's, Alcaeus. He sang a lot about drinking, that there is truth in wine. I mean, drinking helps me loosen up a bit. I didn't know what to say, but it helped.
Huh. I'm curious. Doesn't the hotel translate what people say? Shouldn't I have heard the translation? But I suppose that is a matter for another time. How about we go to the lounge together? Asterion tenses his jaw. He looks down to your feet, as if lost in thought.
Yes, Master. Very well.
You and Asterion head out, side by side. It's night out. The grand staircase is draped in darkness, but a glimpse towards the heavens reveal the twinkling stars, an immense foamy sea, moving ever so slowly. Murmurs and song crawl up from the ground floor. So, what do you have in mind for tonight?
Just a few of the old songs I know. Nothing special. In fact, they may sound old for modern sensibilities. They are,
Asterion sighs and looks down to his lyre. He rubs his thumb over the side of it, back and forth, followed by a flick of his ear. There's a rhythm to it, to him. His thumb is twice as fast as his steps downstairs. His ears flicker after every third step, and his tail swishes about every fifth. This might be my new favorite portrait for him. It's real funny. Then he almost stumbles. He's not yet used to his new center of gravity. He puts a hand on the guardrail, snorts. As soon as he takes his step again, you reach out to hold his hand. Are you sure there's nothing wrong?
I'm sorry, Master. I am just a bit in my head.
You attempt to let go of his hand, now larger and rougher than before, but his fingers curl around yours and resist, at least until he gingerly lets you go. He takes a breath and seems to concentrate. You reach the ground floor and take the halfway the hallway hallway to the lounge. Oh, actually, I should probably end the part here. I'll see you around, everyone.